So the video is going to be recorded at 2 different times. So like my voice might not be as clear in the second video as it is in this video. I apologize in advance. I'm super excited. And I know how I am when I'm at concerts. But so a little background as to how I got into K-pop, because mind you, it's not something that is I just saw on the internet trending, was like, ooh, I should hop on this trend. No, your bitch never cared about trends that much. Not that much. However, I would say someone that I care about is very interested in K-pop. The way I got to go to my first K-pop concert, and it was a cool experience, I'm not gonna lie. Like the concert itself, it was nice to see people dance and perform in the way that they did. K-pop as a whole is very performative, and I enjoyed that about it. Like they have choreographed dance, my bad, to each song, and I find that very cool because like people don't have choreography all the time in Western society, especially when it comes to men. You don't see that too often. And I was super excited for this concert because it's going to be my first girl group concert, and I have high expectations because what I've noticed about the culture around girl groups, like they're just nicer. They're just a lot nicer when it comes to like supporting the artists. So I have high hopes about this concert. And that's honestly how I got into K-pop. It wasn't something I was like, oh, I'm gonna take this and run with it. Bitch, I don't give a fuck about it that much. I fuck with the music a little bit, not too much, because I do understand like its origins and where it comes from. But like when it came to being into K-pop, this was not something that I just came across. Was like, oh, I'm gonna take on this personality. No, I got into it, thought it was really cool, got real deep into it, and was like, oh, I don't know about this. I don't know about this at all. And I've been in it. I don't know about this for a long time because, like I said, I like music as a whole. But when I see the culture that is invested within K-pop, I be like, I don't know about that. But when it comes down to it, like I said, I'm super excited. The group that I'm going to see is Twice. And this was like one of the first groups that I was shown, per se. I've been shown like songs in the past because like if you're on social media, you're going to see songs from these groups, but I didn't know exactly what it was. And I do watch anime, so like of course there are groups whose songs get put into anime, but like I was not well versed in how to find these songs. I didn't know how to use Shazam. Let me just say that I didn't know how to use Shazam whenever like I was really binge watching anime. I've gotten busy, so like I don't have that much time, and I know how to use Shazam now, so I be finding all the songs. But that's a little embarrassing when you think about it. I don't know all the apps and shit. But so that's actually how I got into K-pop. I don't really care to be on the argumentative side of K-pop. What is good? What is a good release? What is a bad release? To me, a release does not have to chart in order for it to be good. If a song slap, it slap. Let's be clear. And when it comes down to it, I just do whatever she wants to do because it's her thing. I support her in her thing. And I support her in her liking K-pop because it's actually really just nice to see her let loose and have fun with it. So that's exactly how I got into K-pop. I didn't find it and think it was like a really cool trend. That's kind of weird. Yeah, it's really fucking weird. Not only is it weird, it's not me. It's like I can't claim so this is not me. It's not me. I like supporting people and what they enjoy, and I just get enjoyment out of supporting her and what she enjoys. So yeah, your girl's not a poser. I don't want to be included, DB. When I was like 18, 19 maybe, but I don't want to be included, DB. We'll be back in part 2 with a review on Twice. I can't wait to see the fans. They always look good. That's like always my favorite part is seeing the fans because they be looking good as fuck, bitch. I was at my last tour with her and I was like, damn, they look good. Like, oh my fucking gosh. But this is my first girl group experience, and I've been so excited to experience a girl group. Like, I be seeing them over there and I be like, damn, that's your little boy. But yeah, we'll be back. All right. I've been up since 5 a.m. I had to finish my homework before I went to this concert. I also, I barely have a voice. I really barely have a voice. So, like, please just bear with me. I'm not re-recording this either. It'll be 10 minutes cussing and all. So I do apologize in advance because I know me. I'm going to slip up. I'm going to say I'm not going to curse, but I'm going to slip up. And I don't know who's watching this. So in advance, I apologize if there are any children watching this and I curse. It's not intentional. It's not at all. But let's get into it. Okay, so a time was to be had, a time I had a great time. If that was not clear when I said a time was to be had. So from the very beginning, I got there about like 2 o'clock. We walked in, they were dancing, they were doing their lovely little dances. However, I was already hot, so I was not standing around watching them dance. One of the things I will say, these are the people that I saw on the outside. I gave people compliments who made me feel like they were approachable, but everybody looked good. Everybody looked good. Everybody that dressed in a random ass theme looked good. I'm gonna tell you what some of my favorite. I put it on here twice. The Nissan hats. Yes. It took me a minute because I was like, damn, that shit looks familiar as fuck. Oh my gosh, the Nissan hats. Yes. Okay, there was a girl. She had a purple and red fit. I did not feel comfortable going up to her. Oh my gosh, that's another thing. I did not feel comfortable going up to her, but there was a girl with her that was just like a cactus. Bro, I love that shit because I was sitting there, I was like, don't they got a song called Cactus? And so like, yes, the purple and red, girl, you look good as fuck. I couldn't tell you face to face, but you look good as fuck. I saw that, I said I would wear that if I had the confidence, because bitch body was banging. I said, oh my gosh. The photo cards outfits, yes, loved them. Purple and green. I love y'all. Y'all were so fucking cute. I saw that shit, I said, the frilly skirts, I love the frilly skirts. They're so pretty. All the layers and all that shit, I love them so much. Especially like when the fans start layering multiple frilly skirts, I'd be like, oh my gosh, the tutus. The blue people, I don't know what that is, but I liked it. Like, I don't know what it is, but I definitely liked it. I was so confused. I saw two blue people. There was this one person, they had like the nails. Your nails look really fucking good. And there was this other person, and they were like painted blue, and I was confused. What was that? Please tell me. What was that? Because like, I could look up a reference for everything else, including the person who held the banana reference, like with the photo. I could get a reference for everything else. I could not find a reference for the blue people. I don't know if I typed it wrong or anything. So like, if this just so happens to come across a once, please let me know what that is. Also, their name, so fucking cute. My sister had already told me, but I was just like, oh, this is so freaking adorable. Like, I was just in awe. You know how you like experience a fan interaction, you're like, oh my gosh, yes bitch. I was just like, oh my gosh, these are so freaking, like, they're so fucking cute. And one of the things I always like that I see done, I see it done overseas like a lot when they pop up on my For You page. But like, whenever they do like the fan interactions with kids, they like, there were a bunch of, no, I wouldn't say a bunch, there was a decent amount of children at this one though, and like their interactions with the kids, they were looking at them like they were just the most precious things in the world. And I was like, yes, I love whenever they actually interact with the kids, because like, it's a good experience for them, and it's a great experience for the kids. Like, they remember that shit. I remember my first concert, at least. I was 13, but I remember my first concert. Okay, so now we're gonna go like down to my favorite parts of the actual concert. I've also learned how to properly say all the names. However, I will not be butchering the names again. I've already tried once, and even though I've heard the enunciation several times at this point, I'm not gonna try again. I'm not gonna try again. I'm just not. I will say that at this concert, one of my favorite things is how they immerse themselves across the 360 stage. I commend them, actually, because that is a lot of space to cover, and that is a lot of like non-stop being aware of your surroundings. And baby, y'all look good. Yeah, I don't know what the motherfuckers talking about. Y'all look good. I was like, I don't know what they talking about, lack of energy. You cover this big ass space sing for 2.5 hours straight. Like, they did a good fucking job, in my opinion, and for the amount of stage presence that they had to cover. I like how nobody stayed on one side more than they stayed on the other side. It was a very evenly dispersed amount of time spent on each side, and I actually do enjoy that. I like the moving up and down stage. So I don't know a better way to describe it, but the stage would like raise up on different levels. It has a name, I can't think of the name right now, but I did like that, especially like with certain songs, how it would elevate and de-escalate certain members to like give them their different pitches or whatever. I don't know, it really worked well. It worked very well for the different parts of the songs. I fuck with that. I really did like that stage. The transitions on the screen, I can't remember if it was This Is For or Strategy. I think it was for Strategy, but I'm not really sure. I can't remember. But I also like how they had the words like going across the screen. I really liked it. That was a nice part, I will say that. I do like how they use the Jumbotron a lot, not only to like hide them coming in, but to also like have interactions with the fans. I fucks with that. I like that part a lot. Oh my gosh, this is really hard. The translations, let me tell you. Okay, so this actually really was my favorite part. Outside, all right, I'm gonna talk about the band first, then we're gonna go to the translation. So the band, they did their solo, and I like the solo. I like how they let each member of the band also play the instrument in which they were playing. in the cellar. I was like, okay. I see y'all. I've been here, y'all. I had to look at the different players to figure out what songs they were playing at times. So I was like, I gotta focus on one instrument. Because one instrument gonna let me know what song it is. Now, I will say out of all the songs, I knew at least 50% of them. And it's simply because I tried to like binge listen to them and I overwhelmed myself, and I was like, I'm gonna just go into it and straight vibe, because if I don't straight vibe, I'm not gonna have a good time. And straight vibing was the best, because not only did I like hear songs that I knew, I heard songs that I were familiar with, but I never like really heard them, and then I got a couple new songs too. So like it was a win-win. It was a win-win all the way around. Okay, but so the translations. My only other 2 concerts, they have spoken in English. Now, I hate to say it like this. I'm not going to say it because that's rude. They're trying. It was very different to hear them speaking in their natural voice. They sound like, it sounds good. I don't even know how to say what I'm saying. Typically when people take on an accent or anything like that, or not an accent, they take on a language, they sometimes develop an accent. And it is nice just to hear people speak in their native tongue and sound so relaxed and so happy at the same time. That was like my first time hearing it spoken live, and I was like, damn, they sound actually like decently happy. Like I would actually be able to enjoy a show more. And the live translation is what threw me off, because like I heard the voice and I'm like, that's not how these people sound. I know that's not how these people sound. And so it took me a minute to realize that they were speaking in the mics in Korean, and like it was translated over. I was like, oh, this is a really cool feature. Like I like this. I would have never thought of something like that. I would have never thought they had technology like that. Like it doesn't surprise me, but I would have never thought of it. You see what I'm saying? It made sense in my head. Yeah, it made sense in my head. Also, the dancers, they looked good. There was never a time where I caught any of them lacking. And they were just like high energy and giggly hee with each other. I was like, oh, it's like a little cutie family. Which every time I see dancers, they usually get along very well. The fan interactions also. I spoke on it earlier, where they like interacted with the kids, but like at the very end, I'm starting to think this is like a theme. They did the dance break. They had solos, they had duets. I might have did that part wrong. A solo dance battle and party, something like that. But there was this group that apparently is native to, I don't know if they're native to Charlotte. However, I will say they did phenomenal on their dance break. I like that. I like that they were highlighted, and I also like that they got a dance break. That's what I'm talking about. All in all, I would definitely go see them again. I do hope that they go on break soon. I was so confused as to how long this tour had been going on, so I had to go look. They've been on tour for a minute. And so, like, for anybody that would be complaining about their performance, baby, no, I'm not taking it. I'm not even taking it into consideration. Oh, and like I mentioned in the other video, I was so excited. I was like, bro, I'm forgetting something. I was so excited to see your girl group. It was definitely worth the money, the time. Oh my gosh, bitch. Everybody was, not only like the people I spoke to were super nice, and like not only were the people that I spoke to super nice, they were super helpful, and they were super open about whatever the fuck they wanted to be open about when it came to the, not only just to Twice, but to like other girl groups. So yes, I was 100% right when I thought that the girl group people would be nicer, because they are. The guy groups are never winning in that competition, bro. The girl groups got the cake for the motherfucking win. I was just like, everybody's so fucking nice. Oh my gosh. I don't feel uncomfortable at all. Oh my gosh. Oh my